How do you handle new shoes sold that are returned for a full refund, not as described, but the customer has worn them and they can't be sold as brand new again? That's a very good question, because this situation literally just happened to me. So in a nutshell, what happened is I picked up a pair of Air Max 270s. I even put it in a What Sold video. It was a pair of 270s. I think they were the Regency colorway, and it was a youth size. So it was like a purple and orange shoe. Really dope, really clean. Picked it up brand new for $40. Listed them for $100. So it was a decent amount of profit margin for me to, list them and get them going. They sold within like 3 days of me listing it. So I thought for myself, really quick sale. Didn't even think that it was gonna be a scammer. 3 days later, the buyer not even three. This was maybe a week later. The buyer finally gets the shoe, and they take a picture of the bottom of the shoe and says, oh, the shoe was worn. They even said something like, I paid an extra $8 for expedited shipping. And you guys know, I always tell you guys, shipping for me is free. I try to just bake in the cost of shipping into the item. They were just, made up a whole bunch of stories in their reason for wanting to return the shoe. So clearly all that means the person tried the shoe on. They probably walked around the town a little bit, and either the shoe didn't fit, and once they realized they had to pay for return shipping, they probably just said, I'm gonna just say something's wrong with the shoe. I got the shoes back. The shoes were definitely dirty, worn on the bottom. And what I did is I called eBay immediately. I called eBay before I even received the shoes, kind of let them know, so they put it in the system. So once I called and I received the shoe, they already had a note about that actual shoe. So that was something that worked in my favor. I got the shoes were dirty, and then I gave them a partial refund. The person on the phone, customer service, told me you can refund them up to 50%. The max is 50% that you can do. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do, because the shoes can't be sold as brand new anymore. So literally gave them a partial refund for $50. And of course I have the shoe now, but I can't list the shoe as brand new. Honestly, I could have gave them a little more money back in terms of a refund, but I know how eBay works in the sense of, if I give them back 50 and the buyer complains, eBay's going to cover them and give them the full refund anyway. They already told me that I was covered and I had nothing to worry about. If I can do 50 and I'll be fine. So that's something you could do. Just utilize the partial refunds, and once you utilize the partial refund, you're actually going to be reporting the buyer to eBay as well. So it's basically a win-win situation. So you really can just go ahead and do that, and hopefully that works. I mean, these scammers are out here, people. I don't offer free shipping. So, and once somebody realizes they have to spend, $7-8 to return the item, if they're not happy with it, they're going to try to say whatever they need to say in order for them to get the shoes back to you for free. And a lot of people know that if you open up a return case and say not as described, people know about that swindle already. So that's just something you got to be more cognizant of, but it is what it is. Now let's see. If an item arrives to the buyer damaged, who files a claim with the shipping carrier? So you would have to file that claim with the carrier, and as long as you shipped it out priority, I think it's an automatic like $50 insurance. If it's something that's kind of pricey or something that can potentially be damaged, you might want to purchase more insurance, but it's definitely on the seller to file a claim with the postal service. But like I said, if you shipped it out priority, you automatically have up to $50 insurance. So, and they usually pay out insurance claims really, really fast when it comes to stuff like that. If it was damaged or anything like that, they usually give you the money. Sometimes within 7 days, you usually will get that money back. Do you still thrift used high-end footwear? Absolutely. If I can go to the thrift, I still go to the same thrift stores that I always was going to. I don't go to Goodwill and Savers because their prices are crazy and I just don't want to support them. But when it comes down to the local little mom and pop thrift stores, I go in there all the time. And if I find something good, I'll definitely pick it up. I think when I go more often than not, I usually would leave with hard goods, either like some type of speaker, some type of cell phone, or not cell phone, but some type of landline phone. I usually pick those up because those flip kind of fast for me. That's definitely the thing that's what when my eye goes to now when I'm in thrift stores. Of course, I still check shoes because you never know, but you really just never know what you'd find in thrift stores. And plus, since we're going to be trying to furnish this house, a lot of the stuff I'm going to be getting is from the thrift. A lot of like little antique stuff if I can find. Just little stuff to kind of decorate the house overall. Maybe not furniture, but little random stuff to just make the household look a little better. The secret to being successful in this business is inventory, and more inventory. Absolutely. That's a fact. You got to have solid inventory. If you don't, you can almost tell when people don't have quality inventory in their stores when they say things like, I haven't made a sale in months. Like, to me, that means you either don't have enough inventory, or the inventory you have or is just very niche, or you might be selling super expensive items and you might just make one sale a month. Some people do that too, but it's always a red flag when someone says they haven't made sales in a whole month, they haven't made any sales. To me, that's a red flag. It just means your inventory, you just need to improve it.
For the winner, cause you felt like you was losing, only for the winner.